Hello everyone, it's Dark Streams from DS Customs. People are asking me about the cardbacks and how do I make them, so I was going to just make this quick video to kind of show you how I do that. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, here's one that I have made in the past, Empire Gets Crunk, Broda. You'd see it's on my shirt. So first I'm going to start off by showing you the tools that you need to actually make these. You don't really need these, but a lot of them come in handy to actually make professional looking cards. First I'm going to start with the actual paper that you're going to need. In my previous video I had shown that I used photo paper and adhesive glue. I try to get away from that now. I use this LD premium inkjet photo sticker paper. It's 8.5 by 11 inches, standard paper width. And then what I do is I mount that on this magazine size backer boards. Basically they're comic book dividers, same size, 8.5 by 11 inches. Once I have it all mounted, what I do is I use lamination sheets. So here's a lamination sheet. What I do is I would just put that that mounted photo on the in here, and then I would throw it through my laminator. Then I would cut it to size, and then I would use my tab puncher. You can see that just makes a little tab punch. You can get this on Amazon for like 35 bucks or something. And I also have this corner rounder. It's a 10mm corner rounder. This is also like 38 bucks, I believe, on Amazon. What I use to cut the actual boards to size is this X-Acto paper trimmer. Has a laser guide on it. I don't know if you can see that on the video, but it's got a laser guide. So that's about it for the materials you're going to need. Unless you want to actually mount your bubble, you could do this different ways. I used to do it with glue. Now what I do is I use Scotch permanent double-sided tape for the lighter bubbles, and if I'm going to stick something heavy in there, I put this 3M double-sided invisible tape on there, and I'll show you exactly how all this goes down in a second. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing today is making a card for my GI Jibba Jabba Mr. T custom. I've made a few of these in the past, but I had given them away. I've got my GI Jibba Jabba right here, Mr. T, and he looks so lonely without his card, so we'll make him a card up. So right now what I have is my my front and back printed out on this photo gloss sticky paper, the sticker paper. And now what I'm going to do is just take this sticker paper and peel it off. Be very careful not to have a very clean work area. You don't want things getting on top of the picture and or even underneath it. Sometimes you get little things underneath them, and you don't want that showing up underneath your card as a bump or under the lamination sheet. So what I'm doing now is just trying to line this up as well as I can with the backing, and then what I do is I just kind of go down, making sure there's no bubbles. With this paper it's good because if you do get some bubbles, you can always iron them out. I've used the Mirax paper and it's not as forgiving. So I've got my paper down there now. Kind of take a look at it, see if there's any bubbles. I don't see any. Flip it over. And do the same thing for the back. I printed these out to 6 by 9. You can print them out to whatever size you need. I've done bigger, I've done smaller. 6 by 9 is what fits best in my star cases, so that's what I like to stay with. So now you have your card. You want to grab a lamination sheet that is clean. You don't want any fuzzies underneath it, or else you'll get raised bumps underneath the lamination. You don't want that. So you put it in your lamination sleeve. You give it a good look over, because you don't want to see any imperfections under there. If you do, just pull them out, which I do have some. This must have been the top lamination sheet, because it always seems like the top lamination sheet gets all the crud underneath it. Okay, that looks good. So now we have it in our sleeve, it's all clean. I'm going to just feed it into my laminator. The sheet is all laminated, it's very glossy now. The back as well. Right along the edge here. And that looks pretty good. There's my clean line right there. And I'll do the same thing with the next side. And that looks good too. Now I'll just do the top. And the bottom. So there it is right there, my new card, the front and the back. So what I'm going to do now is just round the corners. Just put it right here on the corner, snap it, line it up on the corner, snap it, line up on a corner, snap it, and one more corner, snap it. So there's the card right there. And now what I can do is give it a hole punch. So you can put it wherever you want. You'd want to offset it so whatever figure you have in there is going to hang right if you're going to actually hang it on the tab. What I like to do is, you can see I just made my tab punch there. I just stick it back in, giving it that unpunched look. Then for the bubble, what you can do is just cut the bubble in half. You put the double-sided tape on the backing of it, and then you just mount it straight to the board there, and it'll clip right on, and then you have your card. It's as simple as that. Alright, if you guys have any other questions, let me know, and that's how you make your own card backs.